bell. PTGN. It's the leading gapper. It's the most obvious one. I am just watching. CHCI is selling off a little bit. PTGN did that little dip and popping up. Nice, Josh. Good job. 50 seconds in. Take that money. BTGN, yeah, it's just it's not opening up or breaking the pre-market high, so that trigger of 182 is not getting broken. FCSC popped up there for a second. Spread right now is 328 by 370, so give that a moment to see if it's going to hold up. BCLI, you see that. It's not on my scanners though. FCSC isn't on the scanners either, but it was, obviously on watch pre-market. Sure. High on FCSC is 388. There might be a scalp for a break of $4. The volume is light on it, so I'd have to size accordingly. I'm long for the break of 4 on FCSC. Stopped out 67, $1,500 loss. I got filled right at $4 too. It was a bad fill. BTGN, still the big sellers. FCFC, you can watch to see if it opens up again. I'm not sure if it will. When I say I stopped out, it means I sold for a loss. Um, I use those interchangeably, stopped out and sold. Yeah, I use my hotkey to stop out. Yeah, I'll check on Lightspeed to see if there's news on the stock. There's a little news window you can use. I've been using Lightspeed for about a year now. Yeah, the classes are, I mean, the platforms are the same though, essentially. The classes we used examples from SpeedTrader. I use the same trading platform as SpeedTrader for my IRA account. So you can see that's right here. But the platforms are so similar in terms of their functionality between the buttons and all that stuff. So it makes the learning curve very straightforward. Warrior Student's commission is $2.50 per trade. Warrior Pro Students is $2 per trade. DCIX, one of those shipping stocks, not that interested. The surging up scanner uses a different type of filter. It's just showing you stocks that are moving up quickly right now and high volume in the last 5 minutes. So it's not based on actually hitting high of day. I think BCLI Yeah, when I looked at the daily on it, I felt like it was one of those ones that it's not really a break. It's already well into a flat top kind of breakout here, so I felt like maybe it was a little extended on the daily. Stocks like FCSC I prefer on the daily because it feels like this is just the beginning of a move off a pullback. However, it's not holding up super well, so I don't know if it'll work. I stopped out, but yeah, I see FCSC. It's a mouthful. High of the last 5-minute candles 87. Okay, I'm back in at 85 on FCFC. We'll see if it'll break over $4 on this 5-minute setup. So that's the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. High of day is 407. So watch for a break of 4. Just added at 399 for the break over $4 on FCFC. The thing about this one that I'm okay with is the daily chart, but obviously you want to see it break over 4 and then move up. 460 and 485 are the daily resistance points right there and right there. I saw DCIX, but I don't like trading that. It's one of the shipping stocks, and unless it really takes off, it's not one that I really trust. So other than FCSC for a possible break over 407 high of day, there's nothing else really moving right now. So you see some buyers coming in there at 95, 95. There's 4. So the high 5. So that's the spot that we want to see break. 405, 406, 407. Stopped out 393. So I made back $750. Actually, just 700. I'm down still 800 on the day. This is a double top right now where it has 2 taps at the highs, and it might break through 07. Isn't that's just the way it goes sometimes. Very tricky. So new high is 423. You know what? If it shows strength, if it keeps going, I can always get back in. It's hard to tell. So, it's on the scanners. More traders will probably notice it. Look at that. Didn't open up like that when I first got in, that's for sure. So now the high is 440. You can watch over 440 for a scalp. See if it breaks over the $0.50. First resistance point is 460. And back in at 40 for a scalp over the $0.50. But I only filled 1,100 shares. Now it looks like it's going to be halted. So this one, it just kind of caught me off guard. I didn't expect that it would do that, because the logical place for it to break out was first 5-minute candle to make a new high. Breaking over high a day was important, because once it broke over high a day, that's when it started hitting high of day scanners. So all the traders that use these high of day scanners didn't see it until it hit 408. And then that's when they look at the chart, they see the reverse split, and they're like, okay, I'm going to jump on it. Of course, at that point, I'd already been holding it for 5 minutes from 85, and I was thinking that it popped to 4 and dropped down to 75. It popped to 405 and dropped down to 85. So through this little area here, it was really not very clean, right? It kept jumping around. And then shortly after I stop out, it pops to 407, 408. And then a whole new round of volume came in as it hit the high day momentum scanner. And it shows you the power of these scanners, how many traders are watching them. The chart on the daily has a little S for reverse split, or just a stock split, reverse or otherwise. So I've got my 1,100 shares, and I'll look to add coming out of the halt. I'll try to scalp it. Maybe I'll be able to make back the 800 I'm down on it. I don't expect that I'm going to make big money on this one, because it's faking me out. It's choppy. Maybe it'll surprise me, but. PXS is a cheap one, $1.24. Most stocks that halt going up open higher, so that's why I'm okay buying going into a halt. I could see this one if traders, jump on it. I could see it going up to the 200 moving average. I just don't know if, being Friday before a long weekend, if traders are going to be that aggressive. But we'll see. 480, 460, and 485 are two little resistance points. If it breaks over 485, then you do have room back up to 6, right? Because you've got this type of setup. Oops. All right, so. No, sales usually are a little bit. Oftentimes, going into a halt, it is red, and I don't know why, but that's very common. So I don't think that means anything. PXS has the 200 moving average at 166. Nice, Ryan. Good job. All right, so we've got about 40 seconds till resumption if it's a 5-minute halt. PXS is moving a little higher. $1.50 is kind of $0.50 where I start to get more interested in those ones because they're getting. I just don't really like them when they're below $0.50, $1.50, $1.50. All right, so FCSC watching resumption with an order at 450 for a scalp. If it opens high, then I'll probably end up letting it pull back for a second and maybe adding for a break of $5 if it opens that high. If it opens below 450, I would add over 450 for a quick scalp. Still halted, might be a 10-minute halt. PXS. PXS, I'm going to take a starter for a break over $1.50. So long PXS for the break over the $0.50. So we're tapping the 200, which is a little bit of risk. PXS is kind of jumping in on the top of a move, but as we get near that $0.50, that's usually where I'm more interested. So now I would watch to see if it breaks over $1.55 and then goes up to $1.60 and then breaks the 200 moving average. So watch to see if it breaks 155 and then over $1.60. I've got PXS on another chart here. I'll put this up. Okay, so high the last 1 minute candle is 53. So technically over 53 is a 1 minute micro pullback setup. So I would expect if it breaks over 53 and goes to 54, 55, we would see a little bit more volume come in. So there you go. There's 54, 55, and that's high a day of 60. So I sold at 57 into the high day push, and I sold the rest for right now at 58. Only $584. High is 68. So I usually, on a 1 minute micro pullback with this type of stock, I like to take a little profit. Sometimes I'll hold it, but I'm not sure if this one's going to keep going or not. So we can watch it. The high now is 68, so over 68 would be the next scalp potentially. And this is now scalping, just getting in on 1 minute breakouts, getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out, that type of thing. Okay, I just got back in at 68 for the break over 70, little scalp. I saw that bid there. It was like a 10 or 15,000 share bid. That gave me the confidence. Sold at 73 on the ask. Now I'd get back in. So that was a 3-cent winner. Added another, let's see, $80 profit. So down $146 on the day today. FCSC, we'll watch on resumption. So the high was 440. So I want to see if 440 breaks. And I have an order at 450 to scalp over the $0.50. PXS, I'm going to keep on watch. It has a current high of 75. So if it breaks over 75 and gets into the 80s, then you start to have a mental target of $2. So I'm watching that one over 75. So FCFC, I still have 1,100 shares. Resumption should be in just a moment, and I have an order at 450 for a scalp. So I wasn't able to add at 450 because it's already up so much, so I sold half at 479. And now what I'll do is over 480, I would add. So you know how these pop up? They hit a high of 480, drop down. If it curls back up over 480, that's where I'm adding. So watching over, okay, I just added at 470 for the break over 480. That's a high day break type of setup. And I sold half at 487. I want to see it break 5. My average is 471. 1.9 million shares of volume. A little bit of consolidation here. Put an order on the ask at 75 to scale out a half of my current position. Stopped out at 45 on the rest, or 53 actually. So that turned it around. I'm up 692 on the day. So now I'm green on both names, 692. Half an hour into the day. Not an easy day. Started in the red, but got myself out into the green. So maybe I should just call it a day. I don't know. We'll see if anything else pops up. After commissions, it's, what are my commissions today? 170 bucks. So it's really only like a $500 day after commissions. I don't have a big cushion right now. High of day on FCFC was 93. PXS is dipping down a bit. So you can see it. If it did break over the high of day, that would be interesting, but I don't know. So the high of that candle was 483. High of day is 493. So 485 would be a possible scalp entry, but I'm really not totally confident on it. So 97 on the ask. So I could have gotten in there for the break of 83. You can see some traders looked at it and saw the opportunity. It popped up to $5. Just not sure if it'll hold that level. I'm actually only up like $38 on that name. I was looking, the one I'm up 600 on is PXS. So there's 517. High a day 517. So now you've got that 637 as your next kind of logical resistance point. I would trade it with smaller size at this point, but possible scalps over 520 if it keeps going up. The high is 517 right now, so break of 517 might give a move to 525, 5-10 cents, small little moves. Does you trading gap? Nice. GPS. So right now, this is basically a break-even week for me. Finishing with $700 today right now, unless I take another trade. I had some winners, had some losers, ending basically flat. So 5 days of chop for me. Couple good losses on Tuesday. Couple good losses yesterday.